In today's video, we're going to review and playtest the E-Bellow EBelaire from Bruce Lazaroff. Stay tuned. Well, hello everybody, I'm Matt Willis Bagpiper, and on this channel I make videos to make you a stronger and more confident piper. If you like this kind of content, please think about giving the video a like and subscribing to the channel. I also give online lessons if you want more personalized instruction, but more on that later. So right here, I have one of the crazier but cooler things that I've ran across in the bagpiping world. It is the EBelaire E-Bellow, made by Bruce Lazaroff, and it completely generates all the air one might need to play a bagpipe. People might ask, why would you need that? Well, not everyone is able to deliver the amount of puff needed to make a Highland bagpipe work, especially those with COPD or other breathing issues. I really think this device could be a game changer, letting those with breathing issues or that are, getting more advanced in age and no longer have the strength to completely, deliver the air into the bagpipe. This can allow them to still be part of the bagpiping community and making music on the instrument they love. So it consists of the E-Bellow itself. The pump is in here. This dial right there is what controls the strength of the pump. I would say it goes to about 30 inches of water. If you're playing a harder reed than that, well, get an easier reed than that if you're needing a device like this. I just don't think the pump is quite up for it, but up to around 30 inches of water, this pump does great with. It's powered by a 12-volt battery right here, and it comes with the charger as well, so it seems to last a good long time. I charged it when I first got it. I haven't recharged it yet, and it's still working. And then this is the blowpipe extension. So you see it has a typical flapper on the bottom, but you don't actually blow into this. This is a controller to turn the pump on and off. You can either puff a little bit of air into it, or you can actually give it a little kind of sucking motion to turn it on and off. I currently have it set up to the sucking motion just in case I don't want to turn it off accidentally blowing into this because, well, I'm used to blowing into a blowpipe, but I'm not used to sucking through one. So I felt that was a more natural fit for me, but you can have it set up for either. So this tube goes into a small moisture collecting trap right here. And from here, if you have it hooked up to the white one, it will activate the pump with the sucking motion. If you have it hooked up to the brown connector there, that would be the slight blowing to get the pump started. This section here just has a regular flapper valve on bottom and is hemped up to fit into a set of pipes. Obviously, you can readjust the hemp to whatever you need it to be. And then it's got quite the long tube and a strap right here. So I've been wearing it on my right side, plugging it into the pipes and giving them a go. So let's go ahead, get this thing on, fire up the pipes, and see how it goes. I wanted to give a quick shout out to all the members of my Patreon community. You'll see their names scrolling up now. These are folks that contribute to the channel monthly. I'd love to add your name to this list. There's a number of perks for being a member, so go check out the Patreon. And again, thank you all so much. So here's kind of the initial startup phase. I have the E-Bellow on my right side. It's currently turned off, and I have the pump turned only about a quarter of the way up. I'm going to go ahead and turn this on. I have the blowpipe kind of going across my body and into the blowpipe stock. It comes with this key fob. I'm going to click that once, and that kind of, I guess, activates the wireless system that's making everything communicate. That's a guess. I'm not sure, but you need to click that once. That doesn't start the pump, but it lets it, I think, talk to this thing. So now I'm going to go ahead, give this a little bit of suction to turn it on, and I'm then going to hold a high A, and I'm going to turn the dial until the quality of that high A is where I want it to be. Too low, so I'm going to go ahead and turn the dial. Okay, not quite enough pressure there. Not the greatest stop there, I admit that, but again, I'm kind of getting used to this whole setup. But you can see you're dialing the switch until you kind of get the quality of sound you want out of the high A in particular, but making sure it works over the range of the instrument. So now that I have this set up, I'm going to take a moment, make sure everything's in tune, and have another go at it. If you wanted more information on my online lessons, go ahead and head over to www.commandyourbagpipe.com or email me at the address you see here, and we'll get you going. I'm working with folks from all over the planet. I hope to work with you soon. Let's give these things a go. I currently have a Broadly Bright chanter going here with my Ronnie Heen drones. I have iStrobosoft here to show you how stable the pressure coming out of these is. This is going to be reading the bass drum, but what you're going to see is that it's really not moving at all. That's how stable this pump is. Let's go ahead, give it a go. So getting that transition down of kind of doing that slight sucking motion for me and then engaging the arm with the proper amount of force. I don't quite have that down yet. It's going to take some time. Not that I'm planning on keeping this. This was a test unit sent to me by Bruce Lazaroff. Thank you so much, sir, for the opportunity to review the unit. But that being said, there is going to be a learning curve for starting and stopping this, especially if you're trying to play with other pipers. But it's nothing that can't be learned. And as you can see and hear, it sounds tremendous. The pump itself is really quite quiet. To hear the pump by itself, I have this disconnected. So, that's what you hear here. But as soon as it's in the pipes and going, I don't hear the pump anymore. We'll see if it's picked up by the mic. That was a little better of a cutoff. Still dipped a little, but getting better. I think with the reed warmed up a little bit, I actually have the pump up just a little high. You can hear it's just getting a little bit chirpy. Plus, there's no moisture getting to this reed. So I'm actually going to give it just a little bit of moisture because, again, I'm not blowing my normal breath onto here. And I'm a fairly dry blower anyway. But we're going to go ahead and put a little moisture on the reed to see if that helps too. That reed was definitely dry. In short order, you kind of get used to it. If you've played a bellows set of pipes before, it makes your Highland pipes feel a little bit like that. I mean, it is an E-Bellow. But you kind of have to disconnect anything you're used to doing with your breath and the music, which is a little, well, it's a little odd at first on a set of Highland pipes, but I'm already getting used to it a little bit. So things I'd look out for, making sure that that channel reed doesn't get too dry while you're playing, because again, this is just blowing dry air onto the reed, so it's actually going to dry it out further. So making sure your reed doesn't overly dry out, something to maybe keep in mind. But it seems to be a quality unit. It's easy to start and stop. Again, there's a bit of a learning curve in getting it kind of organized. Like if you were trying to be in a pipe band, and I'm not trying to say competitive or anything. This is really to just keep people being part of the piping community, keep being able to make the music they love. And I don't know if any of the rules would allow you to use your E-Bellow here while in a competitive setting, but who knows? But I just love the idea of a device like this allowing pipers to continue making the music they love through their older ages or through whatever lung conditions they might have. There's some other uses for it, but it is not a cheap unit, so this isn't something to just get kind of on a frivolous, oh, that looks neat. I really do think it's a purpose-driven device that if you need this, it's worth the price. If you just want it as kind of almost like a gimmick on the side to let you practice a little bit more, I think you'd be better suited just building your mouth muscles and your arm and your lungs so you can just play longer that way. Well, thank you so much for watching, everybody. If you got something out of this video, please think about giving it a like and subscribing to the channel. Well, thank you so much, everybody. Again, I'm Matt Willis, and until next time, cheers.